Transformers Rise of the Beast is directed by Caple Jr. It stars Anthony Ramos, Dominic Fishback and Peter Cullen. And in the next instalment of the Transformers franchise, the Autobots and the Maximals must join forces to stop a world-ending threat. Now, the Transformers movies are very hit and miss for me. Some are pretty decent, some are pretty great, and some are movies which I don't wish my worst enemies to watch. But I was really excited for Rise of the Beast, mostly because it's got a very talented director behind it, Caple Jr., who directed Creed 2, a film which I really like, and it's got a new cast, so I was excited to see what they'd do. And I'm happy to say is that Rise of the Beast is a good little movie. It's nothing special. And look, when I go into Transformers movies, I'm not expecting The Dark Knight. I just want a fun little action movie with robots that turn into cars. And that's exactly what I got. And I was happy. There's plenty of action. You get the big CGI battle in the third act. And it's pretty great. The action scenes littered throughout the movie are pretty good as well. So the action side of things, you get what you expected and you're happy. At least I was anyway. But what I really did like is that they focused a little bit on the human characters. In a great way. I think Noah, the main character, is a great protagonist. He's very flawed, he can't get a job, he's questioning his role in life. So you instantly care about him. And his relationship with his little brother, who is suffering from an illness, was really powerful. I loved it. The other human character, Eleanor, who is a sort of museum supervisor, looks at ancient artifacts. She was likeable, but she was mainly just there for a plot device. Whenever something needed explaining or something ancient needed doing, she was the girl to do it. So she was pretty much just the plot device for those situations. But she was likeable, she was funny sometimes, so they at least gave her personality, which I'm happy with. And I know this is a small spoiler, but I'm so happy the writers did this. The two characters didn't kiss. It's beautiful, there's no forced romance. They remain friends. You have more movies coming up. Just develop the romance into that if you want. So I'm very happy that the writers kept those two characters friends. And the Autobots also get some good character development as well. Optimus Prime, I think, was really good in this. I like how they changed his personality and view on humans. And I also like the little conflict of, oh, I need to destroy this artifact, but I also want to get home as well. So there's a little conflict in his mind, and I really did like that. And I really did like some of the other Autobots. I really did like Mirage. His chemistry with Anthony Ramos was really good. Pete Davidson really did knock it out of the park with that performance. He had some funny lines, so overall he was a really nice character to the bunch. The Maximals were pretty good as well. I loved the designs of them. The designs of the Autobots and Maximals in this was pretty great. And even the Decepticons as well, they were really good in this as well. So Maximals, the designs of the Autobots, all flawless to me. I also mentioned the action. The action's actually pretty good as well. It's edited well, it's not weird, and you can tell what's going on, unlike the Michael Bay movies. There's a really good choreography there. So yeah, the action overall, pretty flawless, it's enjoyable. And I was also surprised how good the humour was in this. There were many times where me and the audience were laughing. And I was actually very pleased that they added some funny Michael Bay, funny adult jokes. In fact, there was one joke which was very grown up, and I laughed at it. And there was this kid next to me, and he's like, "What's he laughing at that for?" Trust me, mate, you'll get it in a few years. But of course, this film isn't perfect. For one, for a film called Rise of the Beast, the Maximals were hardly in this movie. I don't know many of the names, but Optimus Primal, he was really underused, and it's a shame because I really did like his character. There's one Maximal that gets a lot of screen time, but then the others, I think one of them only had 2 lines, and I think another one didn't say a damn thing at all. He made one roar, that was it. So the Maximals were really underused, and it's a bit of a shame because I really like them. I also think this movie missed some great opportunities. I mentioned that Noah has a brother who's ill, and I would have loved it if his brother came with him on the adventure. We could have had some nice bonding moments between them, developed their conflict a bit, helped their story along, instead of just talking through a walkie-talkie every now and then. I just think it would have made the story a little bit better between them. And also, this is something I'm getting really sick and tired of in these Transformers movies. Stop doing bloody fake-out deaths. Why? In near enough In fact, in every one of these Transformers movies, an Autobot dies for a majority of the film, and then what's this? A big boost of energy comes along and brings him back to life. One Autobot dies in this, and he comes back to life near the final act. I'm like, just stop doing this. It's draining all the tension out of these movies now. And finally, some of the CGI was a bit wonky, especially in the final battle. There was some moments which looked like it was pulled straight out of a video game. So yeah, the CGI wasn't the best. For the most part, it was acceptable. So overall, if you're a fan of Transformers, I think you'll really love this movie. I certainly did. I had a great time with it. As I said, it's no Dark Knight or anything. It's just a fun summer blockbuster. Get some popcorn, shove it down your mouth. You'll have a great time with it. It's got everything you want from a Transformers movie. Robots fighting, great special effects, an adventure, likeable characters, great acting. What more could you want, to be honest? So, Transformers Rise of the Beast, a solid installment into the franchise. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. And guys, that is it for the end of this review. I hope you all enjoyed. Next time, I'm watching episode 2 of The Idol. In fact, I'm going to watch it in a couple of hours at the time of me recording this. Honestly, bring on these episodes. Bring them on.
Let them come.
But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have seen Transformers Rise of the Beast, let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Always love to hear your thoughts. Have a good day. See you later.